man. I'm just gonna try to be as brief as I can. I've already went over the matchup with Danny Garcia and Irizlandi Lara. I also went over briefly the return of Stephen Fulton, aka Scooter. Now, no longer Cool Boy Steph, he is Scooter now. Um, what I also wanted to go over, of course, was the Trevor McCumbee, Caleb Plant fight. And like most of my brothers and sisters from the LDBC, I'm with the white on white violence. I'm cool with it. Um, now, this particular matchup, even though it seems an interesting one, especially with like the press conferences and the back and forth between Caleb and Trevor, as far as the actual fight goes, um, I see Caleb Plant either by dominant victory or a Andre Durrell type knockout. The reason why is I've studied Trevor McCumbee. I've seen a few of his fights. Um, most of which were actually ESPN or top rank undercards. There was a one on Pro Box. I think he was fighting Christopher Pearson, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, he while he actually throws very good and powerful winging hooks, he also has a decent right hand to his credit. Like his right hand is pretty good. And I think if he catches you with it, there is some trouble. Um, yes, sir, we're back in the building. But yeah, if McCombie catches anyone with his right hand or left hook, um, there is going to be some type of trouble. But honestly, I think that Caleb Plant is levels above McCombie, and I think again he is going to catch McCombie in between. Those very wide shots that he throws, and I think he's going to do a derail on them. Like he is going to derail any plans that he any plans that McCombie has. They getting derailed. Yes, the play on words is real. So yeah, he gonna wind up ditch digging. I think Caleb Plant is gonna wind up ditch digging again when this fight is actually over. I've seen McCumbee actually get wobbled more than once by Christopher Pearson. And, while Christopher Pearson is a decent fighter, who is a southpaw, Pearson is, but McCumbee's orthodox, by the way. But I think that he's just gonna get caught in between shots, man, and that's gonna be it. I think his mullet is gonna get wobbled. I mean, yeah, he's gonna shake. Caleb's gonna wind up shaking his mullet off. Like it, I don't think this ends well for McCombie at all. McCombie seems like this character. He's like he's boxing Colby Covington. So there's not going to be a lot of sympathy once this actually happens to him. I thought that he was a Dr. Disrespect look-like when he first did his press conference. I was like, who is this Dr. Disrespect looking motherfucker? But as I kind of just review film on him and just watch his fight tendencies, yeah, I think Caleb is not think Caleb is levels above this particular person. Um, the only way that I see McCombie actually upsetting Plant is if Caleb underestimates him and tries to just basically do like and I hate to use this as a reference. If he tries to do to him what Devin tried to do with Ryan as far as just like pressing him and trying to be a bully and fight outside of himself just to try to get a knockout, then I do see him walking into one of McCombie's shots, and that could be very detrimental. But I don't see Caleb actually doing that. I see Caleb being himself. I think that Caleb is going to approach this very wisely. Hey, Tay Tay. I think Caleb is actually going to approach this very wisely. I think that he is going to set him up. I think there's going to be a lot of feinting to set up Trevor McCumbee. I think that Caleb also keeps him at the end of his jab. And then I think that McCumbee is actually going to either get impatient with the jab and try to move in and get caught, or Caleb sets him up with a feint. Um, McCumbee overreacts, he gets caught, and then, it's derail part two. Um, I do not see this fight. I do not really see this fight going the distance, but if it does, I still think Caleb would have like a dominant victory over McCumbee. Now, McCumbee does have a puncher's chance, like I mentioned before, but it is very low and it is very remote. Caleb would have to actually be outside of himself to lose this fight. If Caleb does what he normally does, I think that I don't think this fight actually goes past round seven, to be quite honest with you. I just see I just keep seeing McCumbee actually throwing these wide and winging shots, and even though they're very powerful, Caleb's just gonna catch him. Caleb is going to catch him. Mark my words. I think that Caleb is going to catch him, and it's going to be like Darrell Part Two. I think, yeah, yeah. His mullet's gonna get rocked, man. Hey, what's up, Will? Yeah, I was just talking about I was just talking about your boy, man. Caleb playing versus Maga McCumbee. I mean, I'm sorry, Trevor McCumbee. Trevor McCumbee, not Maga McCumbee. Sorry. But yeah, I think that he's gonna wind up getting rocked, man. I think that he's probably gonna wind up getting knocked out. Um, but yeah, I've got Caleb by. I really got him by like KO, but I think that even if he doesn't KO him, I think it's gonna be a very dominant win. Earlier, I had gone over Iris Londi Laura, and I've also went over the return of Cool Boy Steph for those of y'all that just came in. I have a part one to this. I got to go ahead and get this wrapped up as soon as I can because, I'm a real person. I got real situations, man, and I'm just trying to keep my content going in between these situations. I appreciate those of y'all that have really just been trying to hang in there with me. If I'm not able to do the show on Thursdays, I'll always try to come back and do either a short to kind of let y'all know what's going on, or I'll do something like this just to try to make sure that I keep the content going consistently. Um, but yeah, I appreciate those of y'all that actually showed up. Thank y'all so much, man. And with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and get this wrapped up. It's just me, hosted by Brent Foxx. Thank y'all so much.